So let's just touch on the overall index that the gains that we've actually seen on the mining front and also the industrial front. We've seen quite a lot of changes occurring in the bourse itself. Is this starting to have an impact on the liquidity that we've seen? And we know that that has been squeezed for the most part of this year and towards the end of last year as well.
Yeah, sure, certainly. I think we've seen from beginning of year to date renewed interest in Zim, mainly from foreign investor participation. And obviously what this would do is to put the foreign portfolio inflows into the country. And from January to date, I would put an estimate of some 80+% participation on the buy side by foreign investors, and certainly that should improve liquidity. And I think also with the tobacco sales season having commenced just this week, we expect some bit of inflows coming through from tobacco, and that should certainly improve the liquidity situation in the country.
So let's look at the stock that has performed the best, up a whopping 131% for the week, and that is AFRI. What is your sense with regards to what is pushing this stock price higher? Is it the fact that we're starting to see quite a lot of bargains coming through, and the fact that it was looking quite attractive and earnings also looking positive?
Sorry, just come again. I missed your question. My line is a bit bad.
The stock that actually gained the most, up almost 131% over the last week, and that is AFRI, AFRE. What is your sense with regards to what's going to drive the stock even higher?
Oh, okay. All right. I think the story with AFRI is that we've seen a significant change in shareholding. The biggest shareholder in AFRI with just under 20% was Econet Wireless Capital. And we've just seen a transaction where that parcel is moved over to the local National Social Security Authority in a transaction where trades went through at 18.2 cents per share by way of a special bargain deal. So we saw about just under 43 million shares change hands at 18.2 cents. So I think the signal there is to the rest of the market players. AFRI then looked quite cheap. I think coming off from 2.6 cents on the day the deal was done on the 13th. AFRI was trading at 3 cents, and now it's gone up to 6 cents, which is a 131% move as the market seeks guidance from the price that the 20% stake transacted at.
Would you say that this is also a buy for you right now, or do you think that it's actually gained too much ground, or do investors still have quite a lot of room to still get involved in AFRI?
Well, I think besides this transaction, nothing really has changed on the ground. I think the message there could have been for the transaction to transact at a premium of 500%. I think it shows a message into the market that there is perceived undervaluation in the stock. So you'd expect whoever was going to sell AFRI to seek guidance from that and demand a higher price. I'm not sure we're going to see this sustained to levels of 18, but I think the direction would have been upward from the signal that the 20% take would have entered the market.
Could we also touch on AFTIS? The company is planning to produce cider soon. I know that they're doing feasibility studies. They're only at 30% capacity. A lot of opportunity lies ahead for this company.
Yeah, definitely. I think if you just look at the example of Delta, the fellow beverages company, whose recovery was quite one of the most rapid recoveries after dollarization in Zimbabwe. AFTIS is also into beverage production, only on the maybe spirits and brandy side, but coming off 30% capacity utilization, I think there's still a lot of space for growth. I think the major constraints we have seen at the moment have to do with power outages, the intermittent power supply constraints. So I think if that's sorted out going forward, there's a lot of scope for AFTIS to buttress their volume growth. I think they've got capacity to do about 15 million liters per annum when they're operating at full capacity. So I think there's exciting times going ahead, but what is key is to sort out the power supply issues.